Boo, say hi. Hello everyone, Happy New Year. I'm Sabs if you're new around here. I also go by Sustainable Sabs here on YouTube and on Instagram, where I talk about all things zero waste living, veganism, minimalism, ethical and sustainable fashion, all that good stuff. So this week I wanted to do another what I eat in a week, which is kind of perfectly in line with veganuary, as the day that I upload this will be January 1st, 2020. So if you guys want to challenge yourselves to go vegan for the month of January, hopefully this video will give you guys some tips, some ideas on how to eat package free, how to eat locally, and how to eat plant-based. So yeah, without further ado, I'll show you guys what I've been eating this week. I'm with Rebecca right now. She goes by Vegan Bodega Cat on YouTube. I'll link her channel below. But we're at by Chloe and we're tasting the vegan chicken. Later on, we stopped by this new vegan restaurant in Brooklyn called Terms of Endearment, and I had their quiche. It was made with just egg, some mushroom, and some spinach. It's good. So good. Oh, that's really good. That's pretty good. I wasn't super hungry, so with the rest of my quiche, I actually just put it in my coffee cup and I'm gonna bring it home and finish it later. I ended up finishing it a couple of hours later in the afternoon. It was still really tasty. So I just got back from picking up the CSA box from Local Roots, which is a local CSA. So I'll show you guys a quick little haul and then I'll show you what I make for dinner with it. I've got some onions, potatoes, collard greens, these absolutely adorable Easter egg radishes. This, which is actually radicchio. Look how, I don't know if you can see these, they're like little pink specks. And then apples and pears as well. And this is all grown within like 200 miles of New York City. So I added the radishes, potatoes, the radish greens, and onion to the cast iron skillet and added apple cider vinegar, nutritional yeast, olive oil, garlic powder, and then topped with some homemade hot sauce. After that, I was still feeling a little bit hungry, so I had a slice of bread from the package-free loaf that I bought, and then an apple as well. All right, y'all, nothing new here. I made some apple oatmeal with some apples from my Local Roots CSA box, as well as some chia seeds, oats, obviously, that I got in bulk. Oh, the chia seeds I also got in bulk, and then some organic cane sugar and some cinnamon, and then I'm drinking some black coffee. So I'm about to head out of my apartment, but I'm just bringing some slices of bread from when I picked up some package-free bread earlier this week. I have this pear, which is from my Local Roots CSA box, some homemade hummus that I made like last weekend, and then some fresh basil from Gotham Greens, which did come in packaging, unfortunately, but it's like hyper local. The farm itself is like a 30-minute walk from my apartment, so I will take the packaging for the lack of emissions that was made. Back a little bit ago from getting coffee with my friend Ming, and what time is it? 7 o'clock. I just made dinner. I made a black bean soup. So I had a bunch of black beans that I had frozen a couple days ago because I didn't want them to go bad. And then I had this coconut butter that I have had for the last year that I added to it. So it's like a coconut black bean soup. And then I added a bunch of hot sauce. It's not pretty, but it's coconutty and filled with protein. So this is what I have for dinner. I also made a little salad. I know it's in plastic. This came from Gotham Greens, which is this local hydroponic farm. And then I added the lettuce and then I added a little bit of radicchio from the Local Roots CSA, and then I added some of this Gotham Greens dressing, which is very tasty. And then I also have a little bit of package-free bread left, which I will probably be dipping in the soup. Then for dessert, I had a couple of pieces of fair trade organic chocolate. Folks, it is Saturday morning. I just went to the gym, did a really intense leg day, so I'm starving, but I'm also going to the farmer's market soon. I'm gonna pick up a bunch of apples, and also the apple farmer that I'm going to has these accidentally vegan little hand pies, so I am eating a slightly smaller breakfast than I would like, but it's because I'm gonna get that little hand pie later. So here's my breakfast. I have a couple pieces of some package-free bread left, some avocado. I added some everything but the bagel seasoning, some nutritional yeast, and then this fresh basil from Gotham Greens. This pear rather is from Local Roots, and then some leftover coffee that I had from yesterday that I put some ice in because it's really warm in my room, and I just need something to cool me down while I eat in my room. And here's that little accidentally vegan blueberry hand pie. I just got home. I wanted to show you a little bit of a haul. I didn't get a ton of stuff. The only thing I got a ton of was apples. I have this sort of little hookup with one of my apple farmers, and he brings me a half bushel of apples, which is around 25 pounds for $12, and they're a little bit imperfect, so they might have like a little bruise on them or a little cut or something, but usually they're like almost perfectly good to eat, and I get them at a huge discount, so I'll show you how many I brought back. So this is like a normal like Herschel backpack that is entirely full with apples, but wait, there's more, look! It's another entire fucking bag of apples. Oh wait, can I curse on YouTube? I only got 2 other things because I still have a bunch of stuff from my Local Roots box, but I got some sunchokes, which are actually the root of the sunflower seed, and they're so delicious just roasted. And then I got a loaf of bread because I still have a bunch of hummus left. So yeah, I'll show you guys what I make with these. Oh, and the sunchokes were $4, the bread was $4, apples were $12, and the hand pie was $3, so altogether it was $23 for all this stuff. Another thing I'm doing is making a batch of kombucha. It's been a couple weeks since I made my last one, but I brewed up some tea last night. I have this huge mason jar that I will be putting it into, so I will do a little demonstration on how I make it, but I did make a video like a month or 2 ago with Rebecca on how to make that if you're interested in making your own. I was a little bit hungry, but not like super hungry for a meal, so I'm just having a slice of the bread that I picked up from the farmer's market, some leftover hummus. I added some everything but the bagel seasoning and nutritional yeast. Clearly this is a theme for me. On my toasts, and then over there I have a little bit of a salad that I made with the remaining radicchio from my Local Roots CSA. A little bit of the basil from Gotham Greens, and then I just topped it with the Gotham Greens vegan basil salad dressing. Also, for some reason, I decided to make a cup of coffee, so I'm drinking that now. Well, here's my dinner. It's just some leftover heated up black bean soup from yesterday. I have some leftover greens from Gotham Greens, and then their salad dressing as well, and then I have a little bit of the bread that I picked up from the farmer's market today that I'll be dipping in the soup. And then I was still feeling a little bit hungry, so I chopped up an apple that was from my Local Roots CSA. It is I want to say day 4, and I'm just about to eat breakfast. I have some iced coffee. I have some turmeric acne treatment on my face. Shout out to Callie from Bestowed Essentials. But I'll show you guys what I made for breakfast. Wanted to have something pretty hearty for breakfast, so I have some slices of bread that I picked up from the farmer's market yesterday. Underneath it all, you can't really see it, but I have some hummus, the last of the hummus that I made last weekend. These leftover black beans, I just did like a beans on toast kind of thing, and then some fresh basil from Gotham Greens. I also added a little bit of salt and nutritional yeast. The thing I'm about to consume is some tea. Here, it's loose leaf from this jar that somebody gave me a while back, and I'm drinking tea because I'm making a video where I spill some tea. So if you haven't seen that one, go watch it. I'll link it below. Alrighty y'all, I just finished filming and I made myself a big bowl of pasta. I had a little bit of the leftover black beans, so I added that. I added some collard greens, some onion, and then topped with fresh basil as well as nutritional yeast and a little bit of salt. Alright y'all, it is Sunday night. My roommate and I ordered takeout for dinner. And this is a very special takeout because there's this new company called Deliver Zero that does delivery and takeout in all reusable and returnable packaging. So once I found out about them, I was like obviously so excited. Now I can order takeout again. And so I'll do a really quick unboxing because we're very hungry. So it did come with a little bit of aluminum. We ordered Indian food, so here's bread. Oh my god, samosas. And these are all reusable containers. Rice. This is, I think, what I ordered. An eggplant dish. And then my roommate ordered chicken tikka masala. And then there are some sauces inside. Those did come in plastic packaging, but in the future I'll probably just ask for no sauce on the side.
I love that these came in a reusable packaging. Don't have to throw out all the plastic. Just enjoying my takeout in my bed.
I'm currently in the process of making breakfast. It's like 11:15, so it's kind of a late start for me, but went to the gym this morning, did a little bit of work, showered, made some coffee, made some sunflower seed milk, which I'm about to drink in my coffee, and then right now, maybe you can hear in the back, I'm sauteing some apples. It's very loud in the kitchen because I also have the dishwasher going. That's why I'm not speaking in the kitchen and showing you what I'm making, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Here have some just regular old apple oatmeal. I added some cinnamon, some chia seeds, and just cooked it in water. Here is my coffee. Added the sunflower seed milk, but it split a little bit, which I don't really mind. Still tastes good. And then I have some vitamins that I should be taking more of. I usually take them about once a week. And I actually don't purchase them in glass. They came in a plastic bottle, but the bottle was really big and I only had a couple of pills left, so I just moved them into a jar. Later, I went to a nearby cafe, had a cafe au lait, and then I also had a strawberry ginger vegan muffin, and the paper I actually brought home to compost. It is currently 3:18 p.m. and I'm home doing a little bit of work. I'm not particularly hungry, but I am feeling a little bit snacky because I didn't really have lunch. I kind of just had that strawberry ginger muffin and then cafe au lait. So I chopped up an apple. This is I think this is the last apple that I have from Local Roots. I have a little bit of leftovers from dinner yesterday from the delivery. It's a little bit of my dish left, and then, which is, I'm not gonna pronounce it properly, so I'm just gonna put the name right here for you to see. And then I had a bunch of rice left, so I mixed that all together. With these Deliver Zero containers, I can actually return them to the restaurant when I'm finished using them so that they can reuse them over and over again, which is awesome. Anyways, I will see you guys at dinner. Alrighty folks, this is probably the saddest dinner you will ever see me make, so I apologize for the ugliness, but I was just really hungry and I wanted to eat something quick, so I had some leftover pasta from yesterday, the remainder of the Gotham greens salad, and then a tiny bit of basil that I had left. Some nutritional yeast, I added some homemade hot sauce, some of the Gotham greens dressing, and then some olives as well. So I was a little bit hungry, and I know it's not very zero waste, but my guilty pleasure are Oreos, and my roommate brought a huge pack of them home yesterday because it was the first night of Hanukkah, and I'm gonna probably eat a couple of those. Morning everyone. I think it's the morning of day 6. I'm signed up for a yoga class at 8:45 this morning, but I wanted to have a little bit of coffee beforehand. It's just leftover French press coffee from yesterday that I put in the fridge with some homemade sunflower seed milk, and then I have a little extra time to kill, so I'm going to start this book called A Gentleman in Moscow, so I'll get started on that and then I'll head out to yoga. On my way home from yoga, I picked up a pumpernickel everything bagel with avocado, and the aluminum and paper I ended up recycling. It is currently around 2:45 p.m. I'm making lunch, which you can probably hear sizzling in the back, into a cast iron skillet. I threw some onions, a small yellow potato, and collard greens. Both the collard greens and the yellow potato are from my Local Roots box. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of curry powder. I have some leftover rice from that Deliver Zero delivery from the other night, so I'm gonna mix all that up and I will show you guys what it looks like. All right, it's definitely not the prettiest meal I've made before, but I feel like that's the theme this week. So you can't really see, but at the bottom is the rice. I didn't end up adding curry powder, but the spices I did add were nutritional yeast, salt, some garlic powder, and then hot sauce. I also have a little piece of bread from that loaf that I picked up at the farmer's market that I am almost finished eating. And then I think I'm gonna add a little bit of this sauce, which also came with the delivery. I know it's in plastic, but I would rather use it up than let any of it go to waste. You can definitely tell it's getting to the end of this week because I completely forgot to film my dinner, but I will show you some of the remnants. So I chopped up a white potato, I chopped up a sweet potato into like fries, and then I had some ketchup on the side. I also have roasted up some sunchoke that I picked up from the farmer's market. I just had all the potatoes with ketchup, but I'll show you guys what the rest of the stuff looks like. Like I said, I already ate the potatoes, so sorry. Good morning, everyone. I am making a big boring bowl of oatmeal for breakfast. There's some chia seeds as well as some organic cane sugar at the bottom and some apples. I also have a cup of coffee with some homemade sunflower seed milk. For lunch today, my roommate and I went out for Chinese food, so we got spring rolls. I ordered Buddha's Delight, which is tofu with a bunch of veggies and brown sauce, as well as brown rice, and then not pictured is scallion pancakes. So I just made myself a little bit of dinner. I'm not super hungry because we ate at like 3:30, but I did make myself a little bit of extra rice. These are my leftovers. I had Buddha's Delight, and this is just what is remaining. I have some leftover scallion pancakes. This was one of the napkins that was given to me at the restaurant, and this will be my dinner. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like these kinds of what I eat in a week, what I eat in a day videos, please give it a like and I'll make more of them. Wishing you all a very, very happy new year, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.